All right, we got a new world number one this week with Scotty Scheffler after winning the match play. Kind of sounds weird to say it, but what do you think about Scotty at number one, Blake?
I can't believe it. What world are we living in, man? Scotty Scheffler. I thought he was Tony Finau.
Yeah, I obviously did too. I was never incredibly high on him, so I mean, I was definitely wrong about his ceiling. But hey, one thing I'm happy about too is like Rahm. It's so hard to stay at number one. A lot of people, including myself, thought he was the type who could stay and just like consistently, and it just never really happens. And I was really hoping he was gonna be that guy to stay there for a long period of time. But when he got the chance to be number one and stay, he sucked.
He did. They've all these guys have sucked. Every single one of them. DJ, JT. JT hasn't won in over a year. Brooks. Who else? Rory.
Yeah.
Bryson. All the super elites have sucked. They all suck.
And you know,
what's going on in the world of golf when fucking Scheffler, Burns, Weasel, they're the best players.
Yeah, we talk about, you know, we've kind of had a rough season, at least first third of the season for us. And, you know, it's pretty predictable considering the guys have been winning. Scheffler, Smith, Burns, like the guys who we typically go for those proven, as we call them, super elites, and they've all sucked ass this year. So, you know, I blame them.
Yeah, but we're on a rough stretch. Rough stretch. I don't know. Do we need to adjust what we think of these guys? Definitely have to with Scheffler.
Yeah, with Scheffler, no, he's good. He's definitely good.
You know what I do like about Scheffler is like he kind of he plays golf. He's not really like technical. You know what I mean?
Right. I like that about him. And he's not a guy like Kisner who all these, you know, I think no laying up and Riggs of the world are going to get on their knees and start blowing the guy if they get the opportunity. But he's not like a guy who just pisses you off and makes like 30-foot pars. Like he's doing it like as a complete stud. And he does everything well. Good off the tee. I think he's just more of like, he's just so well-rounded. And watching him all week, like with a wedge, he's fucking good.
Yeah, I was glad he beat Kisner. I can't stand fucking Kisner. It's just that course just plays right into him, and it's just they need to go to a rotation. I love that course. Great for match play, great course, but like every fucking year, like can we get something different here?
Yeah, I totally agree. It needs to be a different course. We're getting the same guys like Scheffler 2 years in a row. Kisner has won it, been in the finals twice in the past 4 or 5 years. You just get the same.
DJ Rahm, they always make it out. Fucking Billy. You know?
Let's switch it up, see some new things. It's a great match play course, but there's probably like look at the model of what makes it a great match play course and then find another course that does a similar style, but in a different way, like a different place.
Keep it in the rotation too. Like go back to it every 3 years.
Exactly. I have a friend who's a listener of the show texted me and said he talks to his friend who's a member at a neighboring course, and I guess all the members at Austin Country Club are getting pissed because the amount of time it takes away from the season, this event. So they're looking at other events in Austin, and the contract ends this year. So it's seeming like they're going to find a different course in Austin to go to next year.
Nice, good. I didn't watch any of the finals. I watched the semis because I was rooting for DJ. But what did Scheffler just pound him?
Yeah, he pounded them. And Kisner wasn't making the putts he normally makes, which is usually what happens in these type of things. And
Kisner, what a luck sack that fuck is.
Yeah,
fuck all you Kevin Kisner people too. Fucking hate him.
Oh, the Ryder Cup shit. I'm so sick of hearing the same fucking argument all the time. Yeah, the guy's good at short courses in a certain setup. Everyone fucking knows that. But like, I would still rather take 20 guys on the U.S. team before I take him. Maybe 15, maybe not 20, but.
Yeah, the worst player on last year's Ryder Cup team just waxed his ass in the finals at his course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, it's crazy. Scotty Scheffler, world number one. I would never have guessed that in his entire career he would be world number one.
3 wins and 42 starts. Sorry, so 42 days.
3 wins. Yeah, 3 wins and like 4 starts.
Yeah, sorry, 3 wins in 42 days. Look at like, and I'm having a hard time defending Rahm like I have for so long. How many wins does he have in like how many days? 1 win in his last.
How many PGA wins does he have? Period. 5.
Yeah, and Scheffler's 3 in 42 days. So hats off to him. I've been critical of him in the past, and say what you want about the events and the match play thing. I mean, you know, it's a little bit different, but I guess we'll see. I mean, he'll probably be in contention at some majors this year. So
he's usually in contention at the majors, even before he was number one.
But he has the curse of the number one. Let's see what happens.
Yep. What other stuff we got? Last week Brooks looked great.
He did. He looked good.
Perfect for our Masters bet. Exactly what we wanted.
Yep. We talked about our Masters bets in the preseason show, and we talked about Brooks, I think, 20-1, which we didn't know if that number was going to be good or bad by the time that the Masters came. And I think it's going to be good. I mean, what would you guess he would be this time next week?
Say 14 to 16.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 16. I mean, 18 at the most. But I mean, I think he's going to contend. He contends at every major when he's healthy and playing well. And he's healthy and playing well. There's no reason to think he's not going to contend.
Yeah, he's going to be around whether he wins or not. It's just probably be luck of the draw. But I love where he's at. Love where he's playing. Masters is his type of event. He can narrow down the field just like match play. He can just narrow it down and beat 40 guys. It's pretty much all you have to beat at the Masters. So he's had success there in the past. And then we have Scott too at 80, which is just insane. He should have beat Kisner. That was garbage.
Yeah, 3 up hole with 3 up with 4 to play.
Yeah,
and ended up losing. That was fucking bullshit. Really sucked, but it was probably the perfect thing. We don't want him. I didn't want him playing, 6 rounds of golf this week. I wanted him to look good, get out of the stage, and like he did, and play well, and he did. I thought his overall game looked really good. I don't think he cared about winning the match play. I think he wanted his game right for Augusta, and he's ready to go.
Yep. Our outright plays were pretty bad. I mean, I had Zalatoris, which he made some big putts, but he couldn't get past Kisner, obviously. So he made it to the Elite 8. Elite 16.
That was a good bet, and that was kind of the one I was really close on betting and didn't bet. I had Sergio, which we talked about in last week's show. It's like it's really hard to get guys out of the group stage. And I think last year when we had Billy win, we had like 3 guys of our 5 get out of the group stage, and I think we were saying to each other that's not going to happen all that often. It's just very, very random. If you do get somebody out, your chances of winning are really good, and you get obviously great hedge opportunities if you're into that shit. But didn't happen this year. I thought Sergio was going to get out. He looked really good early, but he kind of runs out of gas, just like I expected
gas a lot earlier than he usually does.
Yeah, but that being said, I have 80 on him in the Masters. I like that still as well. I know you say he can't win, but I think he can. Look at the guys who have won the thing twice. There's a lot of them. He doesn't have to beat that many guys. He's playing well.
Yeah, has a chance. I mean, outside chance, in my opinion. But what else do we have? I mean, matchups, we were just treading water, though. Not good. I mean, they were good, but nothing. We didn't make a ton of money.
Right. I think they were good towards the end. In the last day, the last couple of days, they were fine. And I was on Scotty and Connors in the last match. I didn't tweet or anything, but I just thought, DJ was pretty much done.
Once he loses, it's just like, why the fuck am I even playing here? Like, you knew Connors was going to win that match.
Yeah. Yep. So,
what do you think of DJ, the Masters? Obviously not going to bet him, but what did you think of him this past week?
He was all right. He was making too many mistakes off the tee. He'd be all of a sudden would randomly spray one out of bounds. I like him. I just don't think. I mean, especially if he didn't just win one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he overall good signs. If it was something else coming up, like a U.S. Open or something, I'd feel pretty comfortable about betting him. But there's some other guys I think I like better than him.
Right.
But yeah, overall it was fine. It was all right. I'm ready to go back to kind of some stroke play event and gearing up for the Masters.
What about Tiger? Get some Tiger news. He's playing, man. He's playing. I can feel it.
Yeah, I think we're, always on this train that he was going to play. you know, there was never a time when I thought he wasn't going to play, and a lot of people thought it was crazy at a certain period of time. But for me, you know, I always thought he was playing. I just thought like I don't really see anything for him to lose. Like as long as I don't think he can re-injure it, it's just a pain tolerance thing. And I think he knows he has so many Masters left, and he's going to try to give it a chance. It was always you always knew he was going to start ramping it up and trying to get a chance to play.
He was playing possum these past 2 months.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was partly that, but it was also partly trying to set the expectations lower for himself, just in case he really couldn't do it. He wasn't disappointed.
Yeah. At this point, I'd kind of be shocked if he doesn't play after last week.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't play. Now the question is, do you think he can contend?
I mean, it's extremely unlikely he can contend, but I'll never count him out at Augusta until he's like 65 years old, no matter what.
No, I'm with you. I think, is it unlikely? Yeah, I mean, but
it's extremely unlikely.
Extremely unlikely. But like you said, there's 60 guys in the field.
Right.
So
it's the easiest major to win.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like he'll never win another US Open.
Right. No. So I guess yeah, it'd be nice to see him play, whether he plays well or not. I think he's going to play okay. I don't think he's going to like be horrible or anything. If he was going to be horrible, he wouldn't be playing.
No, if he plays, he's going to make the cut.
Yeah, totally agree. So I guess one more week to wait. A lot of good content will be coming for Masters Week, but now we got one more event kind of in the way, and it's the Valero Texas Open. Anything else to hit on before we get there? Are we good?
Nope, that's good.
Okay. It is par 72, around 7,400 yards. I don't think it plays quite that long. Let's see, past winners here. We have, let me just grab it real quick. I don't know what happened to it. Last year we had Spieth. You know these ones, right?
Spieth, last year, 2019. Well, it was not here 2020. 2019, Connors. 2018, Andrew Landry. 2017, Kevin Chappell. 2016, Chuck Hoffman. You can arguably say this is the Chuck Hoffman Open. Back-to-back seconds the last 2 years as well. 2015, we have Jimmy Walker.
Yep.
2014, I'm not sure who it was 2014.
Yep. So we have Bermuda Greens. These ones are similar. They're kind of overseeded like we saw last week, similar to the ones we saw in Florida as well. The wind picks up. It can get a little tough. You know, like we saw the wind in a couple of these years, the Chappell year, the Hoffman year, the Walker year, I think. Lately it hasn't been as much, but it does get, the wind can pick up a bit. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the guys you see.
I had Hoffman last year. That was a rough one. And it was basically a match play event in the last 9 holes.
That was when he was in his really hot stretch, right?
Yeah, I bet him at like 30-1.
You were betting him every week.
I was betting him every week. It was just, yeah, I was like, I got to stay with him at his event. And then they were like, it was like a one-shot lead for Spieth on like 14.
Yep.
And then a couple bounces went Spieth's way.
Right. Yeah, that was the one when you kind of saw it coming for Spieth, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So let's get.
He was like 10-1. So what are you gonna do?
We had Glover too. He was close last year.
He was. Yep. All right. You want to get into the odds here? Anything else on stats? What are you looking at stat wise?
Off the tee seems like it's been pretty indicative. I think if you miss the fairway, you can be okay as long as you miss it minimally and it's not like completely out in left field. But if you hit one in the, you know, the kind of grassy area, you saw Kevin Na make a 16 here because it's some weird, you get into some weird spots. So if you're going to miss it, you got to miss it just slightly. You got to be a pretty good driver of the ball overall. I think Spieth was about a little bit above average last year off the tee, and he, I think, gained 7.4 in approach, gained 5 putting, and that was enough for him. But
he was on fire at that point last year.
Yeah, most guys you see win here are just pretty consistent and steady off the tee. I think that's one thing you really want to look for. Approach is obviously big. Ball strikers, it's just like all ball strikers are on a leaderboard every year.
Yeah.
Spieth is kind of more the outlier than the norm.
Right, but at this time last year, he was
He was striking it well.
He was striking it.
Yep.
So okay, I guess overwhelming favorite here is Rory at plus 750. Then you got Spieth at 14, Corey Connors at 18, Hideki at 20, and Abe Answer at 20.
Yeah, I mean, I have no interest really in the top of the board this week. Could Rory win? Yeah, I guess. I think his focus is more on Augusta than this winning this event. I think he just wants to make sure he's playing well, kind of just get his game in tip-top shape and go and try to win the Masters, which I think he actually is kind of a little bit sneaky under the radar for the Masters this year.
He skipped a match play. He skipped a match play to play this because of Augusta. He thought this was a better prep for Augusta than the match play, which I don't really blame him at all. But yeah, I'm not betting him at 7-1, 8-1.
Do you think he can win
this?
Yeah,
he can win this. Do I think he will? No,
I don't either.
He could win it.
Who do you have a better chance of winning, him or Spieth?
Him.
Okay.
I think Spieth is bad. He's
yeah,
not a good golfer.
Yeah, no, he sucks.
I think Connors has a better chance of beating them all.
Connors looked. I was thinking him. I was thinking him kind of going into the week. But I didn't think he was going to be 18 or 20-1 like he is. But obviously, the play last week and being a defending champion, you get it. I would never bet him at 18 or 20-1.
No, but he looked really, really good last week.
He looked great. I think these greens,
fairway greens every fucking hole, pretty much.
And he was drilling putts. I think, with him, it's all about if he can just make enough putts to win. And I think this surface, for whatever reason, these Texas Bermuda grass, he's done really well on.
Yeah, long week for him though last week.
Yeah, that's my concern.
36 Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, these guys can do it, but especially he's in the Masters already, right?
Yeah,
he's a top 50. So yeah, I wouldn't. Could he win? Absolutely. I think he does probably have a better chance than those two guys, like we said. But I have no interest in the top overall at all.
Yeah, Hideki coming off injury, a lot of. Yeah, I mean, obviously defending Masters champ. That's got to be the only thing on his mind.
Yeah, I want to say 6 of the past 8 winners here have been over 100-1. The outliers being Spieth last year, and then I think Jimmy Walker was like 30-1, and Hoffman I think was like in the 30 or 40 range. So I don't think you get many favorites to win, especially since it's been the prelude to the Masters. You get some all right players in like the mid tier, but yeah,
Andrew Landry was like 200-1. What was Connors?
Probably 60 or 80.
Yeah, he probably wasn't.
Yeah, maybe not triple. Yeah. But again, it's usually not the favorites. We'll see. I mean, and then we look at that the other event that was in Texas before the November Masters. Wasn't this one, but you had Ortiz win, right?
Houston.
That was before the. So is this guys like that?
Yep. Any thoughts on Rat?
I like him. I don't love him at that number, really, though.
Yeah, it's kind of in the same boat as Answer. I mean, Connors, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of golf. Course history is okay. It's not like Connors is.
Yeah. Yeah, any of these 5, I think Connors does the best this week out of the 5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That leaves us the only other guy in the 20s, Bryce and DeChambeau at 28-1.
28 now, huh?
We'll just talk about Bryson before we move on to other guys. What'd you think last week?
I guess he was a little better than I thought he would be. Wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. I think it's probably just working back from injury. I think it's safe to say he's probably healthy.
I think that hand wrist thing, big injury for golfers.
Yeah, totally. You see, I saw it with Berger and JT, but I didn't see anything from him that made me think he was injured. It's just, and admittedly, I didn't watch too much of him specifically, though. Did you?
Well, they featured him a lot on Golf Channel.
I was usually watching the feeds of other guys.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't beat Westy and Dickie Bland, so.
Both those guys are playing this week too.
Yeah. I mean, 28-1, that's kind of a nice number.
It's always one of those ones where if you don't bet it, you're going to say, I can't believe I didn't bet that, even though he's not playing well. But it's also one of those ones where if you do bet it, and it could make you look stupid really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I get no interest. I just don't think he's ready. His game's not there, obviously.
Yeah,
I don't even think he's not swinging the driver like he usually does. So that's his best weapon.
And even if he plays well, he's not ready to win at this time.
Yeah. But glad to have him back. Glad to have him back.
Me too. And that leaves a lot of room going forward with kind of what we want to do with the card, starting in the 40+ range and then building, can get a nice 6-7 pack of guys and see what we can do.
Yeah. Trying to grind this out for you guys. We're struggling here. Okay, next range. Woodland 30, McNeely 33, Siwoo 35, Adam Hadwin 35. Any of those guys?
Going into the week, I was really thinking about Hadwin would be a great fit and it would be great here. I don't think I can ever bet Hadwin at 35-1 though.
Last 2 times, 7th and 9th. Stats great.
Yeah, I prefer another guy. I prefer Siwoo here. 35-1 Siwoo. I like him a lot. Look at his course history. You know, he has, and again, he plays the same course as well repeatedly. And let's see, he had his last 4 starts, 22nd, 45th, 4th, 23rd. So that's 4 really good ones, or not 4, 2 good ones in a row, including a 4th place. So he played really well at the match play. I think he was 5th overall in strokes gained total at the match play. Played a couple good matches. And I think he has the win equity you're looking for. He's the type of guy who I think could win one of these types of events right before the Masters when it's kind of like no one's really thinking about him. Then boom, he comes out and wins one.
My only question with him is, he ever won a non-Pete Dye event?
Good question. Has he ever won a non-Pete Tour, Pete Dye event? Let's look. So his wins are
Wyndham, Players, Amex.
So no.
He always plays well every year at those events. I don't know. I like him too. I mean, he's playing great. Like this entire season, he's having a good year. No top 10s though. That's the thing. Stat wise, he's having a good year. Finishes, I don't know.
Asians love Texas.
They do. He lives in Dallas. A lot of these Asians live in Dallas. I know we're in San Antonio, but maybe he's familiar with the type of grasses that are typically in Texas. I like Siwoo. I can start with Siwoo.
Yeah, to me, it's just a guy who's kind of in that high to mid-tier range who I think has a chance to win. If he's involved, I love his chances, and I want to have somebody in here who's not 80-1, and I think he's one of the guys who can do it.
You like him over Gary, huh?
I'm just so sick of Gary.
Why? He was good at Valspar.
Yeah, he's been good, but he's just like, I don't know. We've been betting at 70, 60, 80 is like, that's one thing, but I'm not paying 33 for Gary right now.
Yeah, but those are like all the best players are in those events. Now there's not any good players besides Rory and Hideki.
Yeah, I don't know. You like him?
I like him, yeah. I mean, it's tough. He was 6th here last year. Stats 4.5 at Valspar. He had the 5th and the 2 top 5s, Honda and API. I don't know. What's not to like?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no real reason not to like him. I'm just sick of betting him. I don't think I don't know. It's hard to envision him winning just because it's been so long and people are going to be on him. And I think, I don't know. I just don't. Not for me at 33-1.
Okay. I hear you. I don't know.
I like Siwoo 2 better because, like, isn't that perfect last week? Played really well, barely just lost one match with bad luck and kind of didn't get out of the group stage, but didn't have to play a shitload of golf and is kind of just ready to go.
Yeah. Gary not play last week?
No, he didn't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bet him either at 30, but I don't know. Does seem like something's coming for him. Or he could fall off a cliff again. I don't know.
Totally could. That's the thing. All right.
All right, 40 range. We got Kirk, Finau, Bradley all at 40, Jason Day 45, Davis Riley, and Kevin Streelman at 50.
50, huh? Jesus, Davis Riley at 50?
It's because he won the Corn Ferry here. And he finished second at Valspar.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, the guy who just jumps off the page in this range is Finau. It's just strictly a value play. 45 to 1 in this field. I mean, I know he's been bad for a while, but if you look at, he's probably the 4th, 5th best player in this field. It's just the field is weak. And, you know, since his win at Northern Trust, right, he's been pretty bad. Hasn't hit the top 10. But gained 6.6 at Genesis. That was his last start before the Players, which he was in the bad wave, I believe, of the Players. So I don't really care about his stats there. So, and then in the match play, he was good. He was 13th in strokes gained total. Didn't make out of the group stage. And in this final match, you know, I wrote up betting on him plus 145 against Xander, and he just whooped Xander's ass. Made 8 birdies, playing pretty well. He finished 3rd here back in 2017, so I think it's a decent course fit. Long and straight off the tee is really what you're looking for, and that's obviously when he's on. That's what he does. I think he's I think he's a nice place to start, or maybe not start.
Yeah, you worried about his off the tee? Not really up to par as typically is.
Totally. I mean, that's built into the risk, and that's built into why he's 45 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I'm in.
I can see him winning this thing.
Definitely. I like it.
45 to 1. Yeah. Type of place he can go well. It's just mostly a value play, but sometimes
he plays well this week. Everybody's gonna be all over his dick next week.
Yep. And he probably could play well next week too.
Yeah, he definitely could.
I loved what I saw from him in that Xander match. Everything was like 10, 15 feet.
Nice. I like it. I'm in on Finau.
Good. So for me, Siwoo and Finau so far, 2 guys who aren't going to break the bank, and I think have a definite chance of winning. And then mostly the rest is long shots, but let's continue.
Yeah, I'll be on Finau and then one of Gary and Siwoo. Most likely Siwoo, I guess. What about man, Davis Riley gained 7.1 putting at Valspar. He lost like 3 on approach.
No, yeah, fuck Davis Riley.
Any love for Keegan?
In theory, yeah, he's the type of guy where he could do really well here.
I don't really see him winning in Texas.
No, yeah, it doesn't really feel like the right. I mean, if you look at like skill set wise, he makes a lot of sense. I don't really see him winning in Texas either, and I don't really see him winning. It's just hard to see him winning anything right now. It's like no matter how good he plays, he has a ceiling, and it's like I like betting him at 70, 80 to 1 because you never know. But like at that 40 range, I'm not interested in him.
Okay. And then the other guy we were talking about was Streelman.
I like
65 on him, so it's a lot different than 50.
Yeah, I like the 66. I like the 66 on him. I don't think I would bet a 50, but a 66. I mean, he's playing well. 3 top 22 finishes in his last 4 starts. So 7th at Valspar most recently. Gained 7.4 strokes tee to green. It was pretty good. And then he's played well at this course. Last 2 times he's played here, I think it was 2018 and 2019, finished 8th and 6th. And he's a better putter on Bermuda and been putting pretty well in the last 4 or 5 events. So
yeah, I'm in on Streelman. I think he's a good play this week.
Yeah, I do too. 66 to 1, I like a lot.
Yeah. He's just playing well. And when he gets hot, he stays hot for a good amount of time.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And I can definitely picture it. It's like a week before the Masters thing. When he's winning, it's going to be like, I don't know, everyone's guard's kind of down. It's going to be one of these type of events where it's like, random guys type of win. Like, look at the people who've won it. Chuck Hoffman. I know it's the Chuck Hoffman Open, and those type of guys where it's like, I don't know, just kind of like a journeyman.
Yeah, we were on Glover last year.
Yeah. I like Streelman. 66-1 sounds about right to me.
All right, next range, you got Vegas 55. Played well last week in Corrales. Mito 55. Luke List 60. Ricky Fowler 60. And a bunch of guys at 66. Patton Kazaya, Russell Knox, and Chuck Hoffman.
I was definitely interested in Vegas coming into the week, and before even realizing how well he was playing at Corrales, but he just seems incapable of getting through the line. We've bet him before, 80, 90-1, and it's like, even when he's there, you still don't think he's going to win. He likes playing in Texas. A lot of good things in his favor, but 50-1, I don't think
his history is not that great. Misses the cut every other time. His best finish since 2013 is 30th.
Yeah, I could see him more of like a first-round leader type. I don't know. I'm not going to bet him to win the tournament.
Yeah. I like Mito. I don't know. I feel like, are we looking for a ball striker?
Yeah.
He's the guy. I know the bent thing, but I feel like getting similar to the type of courses he putts well on. He was putting well in California. You see these putting stats?
No.
Before we got to Florida, he gained putting over 2 strokes, like 6 straight events.
But isn't Florida what we want to look at?
I don't know. I don't think it's the same.
From what I understand, it's similar. This Bermuda in Texas, because a lot of them are bent around here. The Bermuda in Texas is very similar to the Bermuda we saw in Florida. It's like the overseeded.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered, but
I don't know. I thought 60 was a good number for him.
Yeah, in the field it is. I understand the number. I'm not betting him, but
playing good.
He's playing good. Maybe this is something the week before. Yeah, this could be something he could win. A lot of people have been kind of waiting for that first victory. Maybe this is a good spot for it, but
I know we haven't really gone there at all, just because the bet thing. We let everybody else bet him at 125. I don't know. He's on the short list for me.
Yeah, I still think I'm gonna let everyone else bet him.
Are people betting him?
I don't know. I haven't really been able to look too much today of who people are betting on.
Okay. Anything on Ricky?
His course history is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, 217s.
Yeah.
He's not in the Masters field.
You know, I thought was strange. He's actually hitting the ball pretty far. Looks like
his stats aren't terrible.
No, his new swing, I think, is trying to gear towards picking up some more distance. I could see him playing well. It's just so hard for me to envision him raising a trophy right now. Like, it just doesn't seem within the realm of possibilities for me. I can totally see him playing well, though.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, right now his ceiling is like making the cut and finish 40th.
Yeah.
So
I think that's probably true.
You're probably right.
I have another guy who I love in this range. I think you said him.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me the Enigma.
Kazire. Last year, this guy was fucking scorching in Texas.
Yeah, he was.
3rd at Charles Schwab, 3rd at Byron Nelson, 9th here at Valero. Gained 8-point strokes on approach last year at this event. Most he's ever gained in the tournament in his career. So, and he's a guy who can get a hot putter. Like, if you got a hot putter last year here, he would have won. So basically, he's a guy he can putt. If he did it here, while also obviously the course suits his eye, gaining that much on approach, I think it's an auto bet. I saw a 75, but a 66 I'd absolutely bet. He's an auto bet for me this week, honestly. Playing all right too. It's not like he's been playing bad either. 32nd API, 22nd at the Players, 33rd at Valspar, all in better fields. So he's won a couple times. He's capable of doing it.
Pretty much identical to what he did last year coming into the Valero.
Oh, really?
He was playing fine. Made all the cuts besides Honda going into the Valero. He was 57th at API, 35th at the Players, miscut Honda, 39th Pebble, 50th Waste Management. Just kind of playing decent, not finishing great. And then Valero, boom, 8.1, finished 9th.
So you can say he's playing better now than he was playing last year.
Yeah.
He's playing well, man. He's going to be popular. I get it, but I think he's a guy like if he gets into it, he's won twice, and it's not like a million years ago. It's 2017, 2018. If he gets into it, I believe he can win.
Wait, he didn't win recently? I always get him and Swafford mixed up.
No, he didn't win recently. I like that better.
Yeah.
He's due for one.
Yeah, I like Kazire. I'm in on Kazire. I mean, Kazire in Texas, I guess, is the new thing. I always thought it was Kazire in Hawaii, but I guess Texas too.
Yep.
All right. Next range. We got nothing on Chucky Hoffman, huh? He just stinks. This is his place.
I mean, I don't know. Like, this is the same reason I bet him last year when he was 30-1. Like, even if he plays really well, which he totally could, I just still think at this stage in his career, he's like maybe he'll finish in the top 10. I don't have interest in him winning.
Okay.
You?
No, I don't know. I looked at his stats and
he's been fucking horrible.
Horrific. This is the one place he could win at, I think, in his career.
It is the one place, but I don't think I've ever bet Hoffman before, and I don't plan on starting now.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, Bob Mack, 70. Steele, 70. Gim, 75. Sahith, 80. Rasmus Hogard, 80. Played well last week. Kuchar, 90. Denny McCarthy, 90. Lanto, 90. And Poulter, 90. All the guys under 100.
All right, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
All right, give it to me.
We've reached my favorite bet of the week. I saw better numbers than 75, but if I saw 100, I would just fucking sprint to the window to take this because he's going to win the tournament. Brendan Steele.
Okay.
He's going to win the tournament. Past two starts in Florida.
Are you worried about how many bodies he has in his basement?
No, I acknowledge he has a lot of bodies in his basement, and I'm also not worried about it.
Okay. And you accept that he's gay.
I think that's definitely possible.
Okay. All right. Give me the good stuff now.
So past two starts, API and players gained 10.1 and 9.5 strokes tee to green. Last 24 rounds, second strokes gained off the tee. He hits it long, hits it straight, exactly what you want to do here. When he does get hit a little bit off, it's usually not like a crazy spray. It's usually just a little bit off the fairway. Just really good driver of the ball. Past five starts, average of 9.7 strokes in driving distance, 2.9 driving accuracy. Just like a total driver of the ball is what I'm really looking for here. Concern is the putter. Obviously, we all know he can't putt. But I kind of mentioned this to you yesterday. When it comes to winning events, you don't need to be a good putter overall. You need to be capable of having spike putting weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of looked into this a little bit, and he's lost strokes putting in 25 of his last 40 events. So most of the time he's losing strokes putting. But in those 40, he has 9 where he's gained more than 4.2 strokes putting.
Wow.
So it's like you look at these guys who are consistently bad. When they gain, it's a couple. When he gains, it's a lot. He had one with like 6, one with 7. He has some random spike performances. So win the event, he doesn't need to be a good putter. He just needs to have a great putting week, and he's shown he's capable of having a great putting week.
He had a 9.2 in 2020.
Yeah, he just randomly will fucking throw a huge one up, and that's kind of what we're looking for. Guys who just possibly can do it, and he's a guy who can possibly do it. Next thing, 3 PGA Tour victories on his resume. Okay, so he's a horses for courses type of guy. His second 2 wins, Safeway, 2017, 2018. So his other win was here, 2011, Valero Texas Open. So he's a guy who plays well at the same courses, shows that when he gets to a place where he's comfortable, he's going to play well. Repeated at Safeway, loves the course. No reason why he can't repeat here. And he's coming to this place when he's in the best form I can remember him being in for a while. Fucking love the bet.
Stats jump off the page. Besides his putting stats, they're pretty horrific.
All
But
he
yeah,
needs
the
one.
spike weeks. All you need is a spike week. Are you sure he's capable of winning still? I mean, it's been a while.
He's won 3 times. 17 and 18 isn't that long ago.
It's kind of long. It's 5 years ago.
Yeah, but how often do you think fucking Brendan Steele's going to win?
I don't know. Once every 3 years would be better than once every 5.
He's capable. He was fucking great at the Players too.
Oh, he was off the tee. Lights out.
Won me $1,800 on DraftKings that week.
Yeah, he had a little opening to contend there, right?
Yeah, and like now you're in a way worse field, place he's very comfortable at. I just think it's a fucking great bet. I love this bet. I really think he's winning.
All right, so what number would you not bet him at?
You know, if we went down to like 8-1, I think it would be a little bit. I don't know. I think 60.
You would bet a 50, wouldn't you?
Well, at this point, I would because of how much I've said about him. But I would. I wouldn't recommend others doing it.
Okay.
I already bet a fucking 80, so I don't really give a shit.
Okay, there you go. Brendan Steele, 80-1.
There you go.
I'll join you.
Yeah.
What about like guy like Sahith or Lanto? Lanto had Texas success.
Sahith, what do you say? Finished 21st last week?
Yeah, something like that.
I could see Sahith for sure. Lanto, we bet him here last year.
Did we?
He sucked ass, from what I recall.
Wasn't he playing good for a couple weeks here?
You know what? I think I actually did. I don't think you might have had Hoffman instead.
Missed the last 2 events. He was all right in Florida. I mean, California.
34th here last year. Nah, he's fine. Nah, no.
Okay.
Sahith, I could see.
Bob Mack
No.
pounds it.
No.
Pounded your boy Sergio too. That was a killer.
Too soon. Too soon.
What about Poulter? He's won in Texas the week before the Masters.
He's a fucking idiot.
Okay. Yeah, okay. 100-1. We got Fratelli, Glover, Martin Laird, KH Lee. My guy B Stu played well again last week. Stallings, 110.
Did you say anyone over 100?
Yeah, I'm just giving you the guys below 120.
Okay.
3 Sticks, 110. Takumi Kanaya, 110. Dickie Bland, 110. Old Man Westy, 125.
All right, I don't know what came over me or why I did it, but I just decided to bet Fratelli, and I bet it a little bit ago. He's just the type of guy who, obviously a Texas Longhorn, so you see a lot of guys win this thing who have Texas ties. He has Texas ties. He's a guy who kind of can just spike and win. Like, he might be absolutely fucking horrible. I can definitely see him being horrible, but he's been playing all right lately, and I could just picture him winning this event. 100-1, I thought that's enough for me.
Approach number's been pretty good.
Yeah, the thing with Fratelli is, like, I didn't even look at the stats because whatever. You know,
sprays it, but I don't know if I'm joining you or not. I don't hate it though.
I could see him winning in Texas. 4.2 in approach at the Players, 2.9. Yeah. Yeah, he's been good. He's been pretty good this year. 19th at the Houston Open last year.
Okay, what about Glover? No.
He can play well. Hard to see him winning.
He won last year.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, that's probably enough.
Wasn't Stallings playing well?
He was, but he's not going to win this. 20 and 42 for Fratelli, his only 2 trips to this place. 20th and 42nd.
Okay, anything on Old Man Westy?
I don't mind Westy. I don't know if this is a narrative thing, but like him and Bland, I'm just like, they played pretty well, and they're coming to this thing. They need Bland needs to win.
Does Westwood need to win?
I don't know.
He's playing
In the Masters?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Probably not Westy. I don't know. I was thinking Bland just because
the story.
The story, I guess. And he's playing. He played pretty well last week.
Yeah.
And he contends he contended at the US. He contends.
He's not going to come here and win an event in Texas.
No, probably not.
Right?
No, he isn't. But I don't know. I thought about it.
All right. Who else over 100?
Everyone who I like, I think I've already said. To be honest with you.
Okay.
What about Min Woo?
I was gonna bring him up to you.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, he's been bad.
He's been fucking horrible in stroke play events. I got to see something from him in a stroke play event in America before I can bet him.
Cam Champ?
I almost texted you about him earlier.
Man, 150 on him. We bet him at. Did we bet him at 150 at the PGA?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Is it? He wins like once every 18 months. Is he ready yet after that last one? Is he going to suck for a while first?
Not costing us much to find out. Yeah.
Very valid point. Let's see. What has he been doing?
Nothing good. Nothing good.
He showed us it was coming last time.
He did. Well, sort of. He missed 4 straight missed cuts, then contended at John Deere, and then won. Just
got to contend once. That's all.
Just once.
Speaking of spike putting, he gained 8.5 strokes putting that week.
Yeah, he definitely spikes.
He's a spike guy. I mean, yeah. But man, look at the stats. Not like Steele, man. Steele spikes putting like fucking crazy. It's bizarre.
I know. Well, I mean, there's a difference between him and Steele right now. They both pound it. One's playing well. Cameron Champ's just, I don't know though. It feels like good value. Doesn't he have just as good chances for Telly?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
I don't know. He's probably not going to spike it.
34th last year here. In bad form.
Oh, the other guy I liked. There's 2 guys, actually. What's the deal with Graham McDowell?
I don't know.
Didn't he play well last week? At Corrales? 50th. All right, former winner here, Kevin Chappell.
He's playing all right.
15th last week. Won this event. Obviously, he's had the back issues. He's been coming back. Doesn't play that often right now, but 15th at Punta Cana, 43rd at Phoenix. Hasn't really played much, but 200 to 1. Any thoughts there? No, just not capable anymore. You can just say no.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you've seen a lot of guys play here multiple times. Well, what's he done since he's won it?
Since he's won it?
Here, yeah.
Oh, here?
30th and a miscut.
I just know he won it. Yeah. Yeah, so he went 4th, 1st, 30th, miscut.
I think I'd rather bet Champ than him.
Okay.
I could bet Champ. I don't know.
Well, the hell not, right?
It's like he's a guy who definitely capable of winning.
He's either going to win or come in last.
Right. It doesn't really matter if he comes in last.
All right. So we bet him fully recognizing there's a 90% chance he's going to be +6 after 9 holes.
We said the same thing when he won.
We did, yeah.
I could do that. Yeah, for sure.
What about Grace?
I think my friend at the Action Network likes Grace this week. Let's see.
All right, fuck him. Honorbon? 5th here last year.
I don't know, man. I think he might be mentally out of steam.
I thought he was awesome at the Players.
He was great. There's always one random fuck at the Players.
Yeah, there is.
Usually an Indian. Wasn't VJ the one when Rory won?
Who?
Wasn't VJ involved when Rory won?
No, that was the Honda. It was Furyk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Furyk. Yeah. Old fuck. Different old fuck. But yeah, that was funny too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I don't know. You like Annabon? I don't know anything about him, to be honest. I didn't even look up his stats. I just saw he was 5th last year.
I wonder if there's something to these guys who play these like coastal courses as well. Like he played, he's won that Kuala Lumpur event, or same course, different event. Just like Kazire kind of won in Sony. I don't know. Maybe if there's something to him playing well at those types of courses. Theory. 5th, yeah, fuck him.
I don't know if we should say fuck him. I think it might be a decent play.
What's his number?
140, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's good. I mean, is it one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, he played really well with the players. Now he's going to come here and win. It just seems like prisoner of the moment type thing.
Oh, for sure. But
it's at a price where you can take that chance, obviously.
Both that gym teacher.
Bo?
Yeah.
I don't know. He almost that was in Houston when he lost to Poulter, right?
Yep. That was when he was up and coming.
That was the week before the Masters.
Yep. Just Texas guy, you know.
You see him if you get to contention, he's going to shit his pants.
Yeah. Your Italian friend Guido's playing 300 to 1.
He's been terrible.
You know why he's playing is because he hasn't been playing on the PGA, right?
No.
Yeah, he's in the Masters field next week.
Oh, so he's trying to gear up for that?
Yeah.
I wonder if they gave him an exemption because of that.
He got a sponsor exemption, yep.
Yeah, I guess.
No, he's not going to win. But
no. I thought
I got to bring him up because he's Italian.
Yeah, no, he's playing horrible, but I mean, like, it wouldn't surprise me if he played okay.
Yeah.
I like the guys who I'm looking at here. I mean, my card as of right now, and I think it's probably what I'm going to stick with. Siwoo, Finau, Streelman, Kazire, Steele, and Fratelli. That's what I got.
Okay. I know we don't do this often, but is your one and done Brendan Steele?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in fucking like last place, so.
Love it. Love it. All right. Hey, anything to get it done. If Brendan Steele gets us off the schneid, I mean, I'm all for it.
I'll let him fuck me and put me in his basement if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah. Brendan Steele, baby.
Here we go.
Put all our eggs in Brendan Steele.
Come on, Brendan. You can do what you want to me.
Here we go.
All right, let's get one.
All right.